Greetings. So, I guess yesterday was the eve of World War III. Priscilla's here. Not her ADD-ness. Look at there she is. Fritzy's sleeping like a queen somewhere. So, all right, Orion conflict intensifies. Year of the exit. Moon cycle continues. So, yeah. So definitely, times of war, times of leaving here. So, yeah, U.S. is going to get pulled into it, and God knows where that's going to head into. And Trump keeps saying that he's going to stop this and going to stop that. It's like, holy man, just whatever. Delusion is plaguing his mind, I believe. So, yeah. So the Orion energies, I got Orion. They're just, I don't know, however you want to look at that, but I mean, a lot of them seed, it goes back to ancient times. There's Anunnaki energies, a lot more to it. It has to do with DNA, like a DNA war too. Just almost like who owns us or who influences us, stuff like that. On an energetic level. Of course, we have to figure it out for ourselves. I mean, aliens are going to just pop up at anywhere. I definitely feel that vibe at some point, maybe not during our lifetime. What we have to clear out a lot of this nonsense that we're going through, the conflicts, for them to appear whoever it needs to appear here. Because I do get a vision of it, but like a humanoid being doesn't look. It looks kind of reptilian. I don't know what it is. Bizarre, but humanoid. I don't know what to. Yeah, something like from Star Trek or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's after our conflicts. So, and that's going to be normal, where we don't know what we're tapping into, because a lot of these beings don't want us to know. But we can't get our act together anyway. We can't tie our shoes without having some issues. So, so many safety issues here and all. It's sad. It is really sad. So, we kind of have to plunge into darkness to find the light, you could say. So, this war, this is definitely not good. Usually you don't want to predict stuff like this. Like, can't you guys just find something else to do? It's like, probably not. So, just a lot of Orion conflicts. Just, these different alien groups, they feel like they are our parents or watching over us, and they might not always have the best interests, but, it's like some parents, like, they let you have certain vices, but I don't know, they're also very controlling. So there's some energies there. So I don't know, however you want to look at it. Yeah, it's going to definitely get worse and worse and worse. It can go on for a long time too. So we'll see. It's hard to say how long it's going to go. I mean, obviously you don't want it to go that long, but you never know. So, I'm being completely delusional about the whole thing. I guess some people think Enki is on his way back, which is freaking hilarious. Maybe he never left. God, man, just got stuff like that to listen to out there. It's comical. All right, I'm talking comment prep sessions. Oops. Maybe. The scheduler, change things around. I might change it again. We'll see. I'm just trying stuff out in the shop here. Okay. All right, connect to the Orion energies again. In the moon cycle, it happens to actually some of the. I don't know if I did this. Or actually, I'm tapped into the Zeta energies. Of course, I didn't put that in the title. I forgot about those guys. Yeah, they came through recently, a while back actually, a couple of days ago. I was going to bring them in. I forgot to put them in the title. So yeah, I get the Zeta perspective. I'm going to do the reptilian actually, but do the Zeta perspective. Perspective of what we're going through, moon cycle energies, exit points, or however you want to look at that, just the war in general, and see where things head. So they're running council frequency. Yeah, so not to panic. But geez, this can go anywhere. Right, blessings. Brings, yeah, the Orion consciousness council. You can say humanity is growing up to a certain level. There is, as you can see, a conflict of interest in the Middle East. The Middle East is part of the seeding of humanity. A part, basically the modern world, basically the birth of the modern world. Let's put it that way. And not everyone got what they wanted. Let's put it that way. And so, like, Syria isn't what it used to be, and there was a utopia energy in the past during time of Atlantis, but also a lot of these areas around the world did have peace at one time. But as the world became more physical and became more the higher dimensions, however, were forced into incarnate or decided to incarnate here in the physical realms. Yeah, not everybody got what they wanted, and you're still seeing it today. There's just like anything else. It's like, there are certain groups that feel like they can run the world better, and so you have back and forth with that. So you say everyone has their own opinion of that. Not everybody wants to influence the world and control it, but there's a lot of them that can and do, and so you're seeing that currently. This is the battle of the egos, and yes, of course, there's a lot of repercussions. Yeah, expect the unexpected. Not to worry too much, but a lot of portals are being open. This is all part of the moon cycle of clearing out the old and allowing the new to come through. So this is a time of the individual finding himself, his or herself. And so the moon cycle is very much involved with this. It's just your world is growing pains. You can say it's however you want to look at it. It's like your world has already been kind of in a teenager phase, so it's kind of it's aging in the teenager frequency. It's not a full adult yet. If it was an adult world without teenage conflicts and drama, it would be it would be a more it would be a telepathic world, a more of a peaceful place. Not perfect, but more just grown up. But you're still dealing with adolescence here, as you can see. And yes, there is chemical weaponization going on with food, the air, especially in the United States. Because, well, in the United States, they don't want people to live that long. And they aren't. Or if you are going to live here, not going to make it easy. But that's also a part of the soul growth. Also, it's like to experience that, to experience being weaponized, to be attacked like that chemically. There's different purposes for it. Every generation has their collective conscious manipulation, but eventually the United States and the world will finally live healthier lives. Not yet. Not yet. There's that timeline's not when fast food companies at least have to go away or become healthier. As you can see, they're getting it more expensive, probably because they're saying eat somewhere else. So you're going to be coming out of a lot of phases eventually. And this fast life, fast food energy will eventually start to break down, where people will be just, not eating that much or just eating something well and just finding other ways to be social, other ways of feeding themselves and or not even having to feed themselves so much. But like I said, they're not quite there yet. So it's like the newspaper industry that has to slowly die, and that's still around. but many will plummet. So the food industry will change. Reason we bring up the food industry because a lot of people are not exactly the healthiest at this point. And ideas for a healthier human. Healthier human, higher dimensional energies. Once again, maybe experiences just for various, and also some of you to slow down because you can see the world is not going anywhere. Some of you just did that just to slow down with the Earth's consciousness because some of you are going too fast. So that's another reason for it. But some of you have warned, like, okay, I'll get healthy. I'm not going to move too quickly. Of course, sometimes you can't always handle that. Well, can you give yourself your own roadblocks to deal with? Might as well while you're waiting in line for a while. Because timelines are designed before you come here. But yeah, sometimes it takes a while to get to a certain point of there's exit points leaving the world, there's entry points into the world, but also acceleration points where your life can change dramatically and you have a different world around you. But there's points for that. Yes, and sometimes it takes forever to get there. Sometimes it takes 10, 20 years, 30 years, depending on the situation. And can the world handle what you're here to bring to the world? So the world has to kind of break down a lot of these systems for it to start listening. And you're seeing that happen now. So, blessings. Greetings. We have the Zetas. Not everyone connects for various different reasons. Well, Zetas are another version of yourselves in a different environments, let's put it that way, a more experimental frequency. Instead of experimenting on technologies, we experimented on ourselves and twisted our DNA and so on. And then, of course, we can, not all Zetas did technology manipulation. A lot was just DNA manipulation, which caused us to have a lot of difficulties, but you have some of that in your plastic surgery frequency. Your plastic surgery frequency also shows the feline element that some people change their face so many times they start looking like cats. Well, you're just connected to the Lyran, the feline DNA. Doesn't mean they're always feline beings, but there is a presence there. Of course, you have different connections, all these different animals and so on. Some people do look like frogs and turtles and so on. For the end of exit point frequency is not as alive as you might think. Meaning, like half the world is not going to disappear or leave anytime soon. So hopefully, I get some relief about the World War III propaganda frequency. But there is some World War III influence of just you're not going to get the whole World War III, but you will get portions of it, and you're seeing that now. Russia has a little bit of it. Israel, because it's Israel, has a little bit more to it due to how the war is being done there. How long it goes can be a week, 2 weeks, month, years. Probably not that long, but you never know. Yes, depending on how much ammunition they have and how angry they want to be and how much karma they want to build for themselves. So, and the U.S. is kind of in between itself because it's on both sides, actually. But as for the moon cycle frequency, it is moving things around that were. So, yeah, you can see the Earth as a chessboard or timelines as a chessboard or however you want to look at it. Is the Earth is ready for a change. And those of you that need to stay here will stay, and those that are ready to, aren't, well, interesting, because you are bringing more of a higher dimensional knowledge here at a certain point, and many just don't want to hear it. Either they'll exit or just ignore it and put a lot of retaliation here. Not everyone's going to accept the higher astral planes, because then people here have a bitterness towards it. They don't want to dream. They don't want to remember it because they don't always see if you're connected to the physical realms, like this is your world. Like physicality is your thing. And then you leave and go into astral and you're like scratching your head. Even if you've been there a million times, you'd be surprised. Now, some of you or become experts of the astral realm, and here in the physical, you can't figure this place out for anything. You can't get anything to work for you, and so on. I mean, you might be able to get some things, but the astral, you can make things happen quickly. In this world, it takes 5 years or 10 years or never. So it gives you kind of a, there is always going to be a split between physical and non-physical, and physical will always have some existence here. And sometimes I feel like this world is going to go into a higher dimension, disappear, vanish, no time soon. So it's unfortunate people think like that. That's part of the delusional programming that's going on, because it's a 5D. I mean, this version of Earth, this Earth can create other versions of itself, and those versions go to 5D, and this one kind of stays physical and does what it needs to do. So you'd be surprised. Well, every second, there's always a new Earth being created. It could be just a copy of this one, just a different direction, and so on. Of course, milliseconds also. It's not worth remembering or tapping into everything. You can drive yourself insane. But some of you have, it's probably also timeline, time travel frequencies. Like you take something from another version of Earth and bring it here. And that's why sometimes you have the different races here, because they came from other versions of Earth or other, different just realm. Well, the Asian energies are definitely needed here for grounding and understanding of the astral. The physical human, the Nordic being, just was here to experience the physical, and of course, he experienced the astral, but it was very much a physical type of experience, just because you need some kind of avatar vehicle to do so. Those in Africa, the African incarnations, a lot of it is Anunnaki, and a lot of it is a mix of Palladian, just basically kind of like a DNA melting pot of bizarreness of everything. There's always been there's conflict there in Africa because of, like, if you remove the conflict, it can become a whole different place, probably more advanced than most civilizations, because you can connect to astral, depending. Also, of course, can become very aggressive at the same time due to reptilian influences that are there. So the way Africa is right now, it's like it's being suppressed because of its power. And is the world ready for that? Not really. And South America has a lot of secrets. Of course, you can say Africa has a lot of secrets too. I think America seems like it has more, because you never hear about. Of course, you never hear about Africa either. But South America, I don't believe it maybe even think about it unless you have some kind of connection there, whatever it might be. So with your moon cycle frequency, this is really, yes, a major release. The conflict with Iran and Israel. Obviously, some of you have been watching this. They've been wanting to do this for a very long time. And now they get their chance to box in the ring, for now, at least. We do see them being shut down by the U.S. at some point. It doesn't mean they'll be friendly. No, there is some bitterness, but nobody really wants war. Even if you might hear about it, not really. They don't really want it, but because all the karma they build up with it. Not just that. It's just is a moral situation. The morality goes out the window. So now it's the karma. It's the ones that start the war. It's not the citizens. Some of the citizens still have a lot to heal, because a lot of them are going through propaganda and so on. And to step away from all of that, not the easiest. But some of you are already stepping away out of it quite a bit, actually.